Male velvet ants have wings and the females do not. They both are nectar feeders. And also, the male does not have a stinger. Only the female has the sting. And that's so she can have a defense to ward away predators so she can continue her life cycle of laying eggs. Both the male and the female are capable of stridulating. This is making little chirps and squeaks to communicate to each other, also steady clicking sounds. These sounds can also be heard whenever the velvet ant is under stress. An interesting note about stridulation in velvet ants is, unlike other invertebrates who stridulate by rubbing body parts together, the legs and such, the velvet ant only uses their abdomen and shakes and vibrates it and lets those bristles rub together, and it makes that chirping, ticking, and squeaking sound. To find a mate, the male will fly around looking for a female. When he finds a female by way of pheromones, she gives off pheromones, he will start chatting with her, chatting her up by doing the stridulation we talked about. And if she's receptive, she'll talk back to him. Using an interpreter, we find out what exactly is being said between the male and the female.
Hey there, good looking. What you got cooking? Oh, wouldn't you like to know? Well, how's about cooking something up with me? Well, possibly you want to fly down to me.
Okay, that was an interesting conversation. Anyway, so they eventually hook up, and then she goes off to find a place to lay her eggs. During this time, she's developing the eggs, so she's going to continue to forage, drinking nectar, all the while being on a mission to find a place to lay her egg, because they've got to try to locate solitary wasps that lay their eggs in the ground, such as scaliid wasps, thread-waisted wasps, tall thread-waisted wasps, horse-guard wasps. I must say, horse-guard wasps are a big helping hand to horse owners because they eat horseflies and other biting flies. Cricket hunting wasps and a whole lot of other species. And once she smells them out, comes across their burrow, she doesn't care how big the wasp is or if it's there or not. She'll tear that chamber open and lay her egg on their larva. And then her larva eats their larva. Well, actually, no, they can't. But like a lot of folklore with animals, it is a myth. However, the velvet ants possess one of the most painful stings on the planet, literally. So back in the early days, people didn't have access to science. They just thought that sting's so painful, it could kill a cow, and it stuck, the cow killer. My father stepped on one, and he's a Marine, and he said he was rolling on the ground, writhing in pain. However, in defense of the velvet ant, they are not the least bit aggressive. Stings occur, like I mentioned with my father, and he was barefoot, when you're walking and you step on them. That is the number one reason people get stung. But in reality, they are so fast. If anybody's tried to take a picture of a velvet ant, then you know what I'm talking about. They're just so fast and running on the ground that the timing of you stepping on them in bare feet has to be perfect. An interesting note about male velvet ants, they are just happy little wasps flying around defenseless, drinking nectar and looking for a female. Actually, the only defense a male really has is his coloration, which is a warning coloration. Also his marking pattern, the dots, the bands, and they mimic wasp that can deliver a sting, like the female has the same coloration, but she can sting. So on the male, those colorations and markings are considered to be aposematic, and that is mimicking the female who can sting. Okay, guys, thank you for listening, and until next time.